this has been such a game changer for me. I've literally saved at least $50. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As the weather is getting colder and there's less daylight outside, you may be tempted to skip that workout, but I just wanted to give you some motivation for the top 4 keys that you can use in order to help you stay consistent on your weight loss journey. And if that's what you're looking for, then just keep on watching. So my first key to consistency is putting out your workout clothes at night. I have to admit, this has been a game changer for me. Before, it would take me so long to get ready in the morning to go for my workouts, at least 10 to 15 minutes where I'm just trying to get my clothes together, finding my socks, finding my jacket. So, because it's getting colder, I need a jacket to go out. It's still dark outside, so I have to turn on the light and I'm struggling. It's such a thing. That has been such a struggle for me to leave the house just so that I can be on time for my workout, because I have to come back, I have to start work and all these other pieces. But when I started putting out my clothes at night, that has made it so much easier. It's actually cut the amount of time that it takes for me to leave the house. And if you're struggling to leave the house on time, this may be the key that you need so that you can just shut out the blockers. Now, when I set out my clothes, I try to think about everything, my sweat towels, my socks, all the way down to the shoes that I'm gonna wear. That's because I wear different shoes on the days that I'm gonna run versus the days that I'm gonna just be lifting and doing my strength training. Now, if you're the type like me where you don't typically eat or put on makeup before you're leaving the house, then that can be easier for you to kind of leave out. Now, if you wanna eat or you need to put on makeup before you leave, then making sure that you have your makeup already out, or making sure that you have those types of meals or snacks that are just easy to grab. Maybe making some overnight oats, or maybe you can grab a quick fruit like an apple or a banana that would make it easier for you to just leave the house versus you trying to make something real quick, because you may not have the time for that. Time is of the essence at this point. Our bodies naturally want to be asleep when the sun is down. And so anything that you are going against that, your body's gonna wanna fight that. And making it so that you have your clothes already out and that you're making it so that you have the least amount of barriers as possible will just make it easier for you to be consistent. So my second key to consistency is for you to wake up at a consistent time every single morning. It may sound very daunting and you may want to sleep in when it comes to the weekends, which we all do, but your body naturally wants to be on a timer. It wants to know when it's supposed to go to sleep. It wants to know when it's supposed to wake up, with or without an alarm clock. And so if you are going to sleep at the same time, then your body naturally wants to wake up at the same time. But if you are trying to kind of shift what your routine is looking like and shifting what time you're waking up in the morning, then having a consistent time every single day will really make that difference. For me, I try to work out in the morning so that I have a very early routine. I'm pretty much waking up around 4:30 every morning so that I can get in my devotionals, get in whatever editing or planning that I need to do for the day, and then I will go to my workout. And if on those days I don't wake up on time, it really pushes back my entire day and it can really hinder how productive I am for that day. And if you have a really busy schedule where time is just kind of set in motion, where if one thing isn't getting done then it pushes back everything else, then being consistent on time is really what's best for you too. So now everyone has their own setup when it comes to waking up on time. If you need an alarm clock, then that's what works best for you. Then that's what you need to get. Alarm clocks are super cheap and you can get ones that are really aesthetically pleasing to you, whatever type of ambiance you have going on. I prefer to have my phone as my alarm clock. It's just simpler for me. But I notice that the closer that I have my alarm clock to me, the more likely I am to hit the snooze. So I try to have the alarm clock set on the far side of the nightstand just so that I have to actually get up in order to turn it off. And me getting up is that motion that I cannot just lay back down and go back to sleep and get back under the covers. It's time for me to start my day. Now keep in mind, I did mention that this is something that should be consistent for you on the weekends as well. Now you may not want to have an alarm clock. This may be the best time for you to practice having your body to naturally wake you up. But either way, sleeping in till noon when you typically wake up at 6 a.m. is too big of a time for your body to be consistent. What's best for you is to really try to wake up on time, and then maybe if you decide that you want to take a nap or something like that later on in the day, if you have that time, then that's perfectly fine. But just that first act of waking up is what sets in motion the rest of your day. Now, my third key for consistency is really to make sure that you have your food in check. And this is particularly referring to your snacks. Now, having healthy snacks is such a key for you. What I've noticed is that recently protein bars are so expensive. I have not bought a protein bar in a couple months. Instead, I've been making my own protein balls, and those have been absolutely delicious. I will leave a link to the recent video that I talk more about the details of them, but I can also show you guys how I make them if that's something that you guys are interested in. If you are, please leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to make that type of video. This has been such a game changer for me. I've literally saved at least $50 because the prices of these protein bars have gone up. They were already at least 20 bucks, but now they're at least like 25. It is such a crazy change in the price, and all because of inflation. So instead, I'm now making my own, and I like to make these on Sundays so that I can have them for the rest of the week. You definitely need to refrigerate them. You do not want to eat them the same day that you make them. They just taste disgusting. The oats are pretty much in their rawest form, and so they're tough and you can't chew them. But once you refrigerate them, all of the ingredients pretty much meld together and they taste delicious for however long that you have them. On the same note, you want to make sure that you're limiting the amount of sugary and salty snacks that you have in the house. And the reason that I'm focusing so hard on your home is because you spend so much more time in the home when it's a colder month. Having the healthier things around you and less of the salty, sugary snacks means that it will be less likely for you to derail your progress. You're already less likely to be moving outside because it's so cold. Maybe there's a snowstorm or it's raining a lot and you just don't have that availability to just go for a walk outside. It doesn't work for everyone. So having less things to deter you in the house that will derail you from your journey, the better. And so my fourth key to consistency is that you need to have a routine. Routines are just so important for you to make sure that you can kind of get back whenever you have any sort of disruption to your schedule. I've been traveling a lot lately. I've been loving it, but it's been hard for me to stay consistent with my eating because of that. But now that I have specific night routines as well as morning routines that are really working well for me in these colder months, that is really what's helping me to not eat too much, as well as making sure that I am setting things in motion for me to be successful during this time. It also really helps if you are on some sort of training plan, whether you have a trainer or something that you've looked up online and you have a specific plan for yourself. This is what will help you as a guide each day that you are progressing on your journey. Going to the gym without a plan is kind of a waste of time. You don't know how you're progressing, you don't know what you're really shooting for, and so it's always good to have some sort of activity. But if you don't have a plan for it, it doesn't help you to achieve the amount of progress that you could be making if you were to have a plan. If you're looking for a new routine, be sure to watch my Resets and Routines playlist. It has videos that will help you to create your own routine, as well as giving you motivation to let you know that you are on the right path. If you're enjoying this type of content, don't forget to hit that like button as well as subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell just so that you don't miss another upload from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.